Welcome in, guys, to Heard It Here First, Season 2, Episode 1. Starting over here in Austin Anderson, head coach Donal Hatcher, who, from my hometown, lucky enough for me, when I played in my All-Star game, you and the Claude Mathis coaching staff coached me. My first sports broadcast as a sports commentator was Austin Anderson versus Del Valley. And now you're my first head coach of Season 2. Coach, give me an idea about your journey, starting from a small school, playing football. Now you're in Austin and coaching Austin Anderson from 6A to 5A. You played in some pretty good and tough divisions. Talk to me about your journey.
Yeah, started at Blinn. From Blinn, went to SFA. Right out of as soon as I left SFA, I got on with Claude Mathis at Somerville. Was there a year with him there, and then went to LBJ here in Austin. So we got over here, helped him turn the program around, and then he got the job at DeSoto.
Yeah.
Went with him there. Was there for 7 years. Mathis decided to get into the college ranks.
Yep.
So I left DeSoto at that point and went out with Kendrick Brown, I worked with at DeSoto for a couple of years.
Gotcha.
So was his DC assistant head coach out there for 7 years, and then I saw that Anderson was open, knew the area. My mom still lives in Rockdale. My in-laws live in Brenham, so
Nice.
me and the wife wanted to bring our boys back to closer to home, so grandparents could watch their boys, grow up.
Heck yeah, absolutely, man. And the year before you coaching here, Anderson went 3-7. Your first year here, you go 4-7. But what I noticed, it had to be what a game changer. You go 3-7 from a 14-13 loss to McCallum, and then you turn around and beat them 49-7 in your first game as a head coach. Talk to me about not only it's your first game as a head coach, but a big win like that must be a great feeling. Walk us through that game and that feeling.
It's that game is like the Battle of the Bell.
Right.
It's like Rockdale Cameron. I mean, there's so many people there. The kids come out. I mean, every one of them, they've played in it. The seniors played in it 4 years, and I mean, they're still got butterflies in their stomachs.
Right, absolutely.
And I knew what to expect. I've been in a lot of games, Cedar Hill, DeSoto, but nothing like that magnitude. Anderson versus McCallum with. We kick off every year. Anderson and McCallum kick off the season,
right,
football season with the game, and there was a lot of people there.
Right,
right. It was a lot of fun. The guys they've bought into what we were selling when I got here in March of the following spring, and I mean it carried over, and you could definitely see it when we got on the field.
When we talk about great coaches, and me and my dad always talk about this, we're a great coach, he's got great staff. And me and you talked a little bit prior about this. Talk to me about some of these coaches that's also helped you along this journey.
Yeah, the guy I've been with the longest, actually I got two that have been with me for over almost 10 years now. Bo Holcomb was a defensive guy for me at Little Elm. Okay. He moved down here when I got the job. He got married to his fiancee Anna, and he's been my DC now since we've been here. And nice. Then Jason Napoli, he was actually with us at LBJ, was with me at DeSoto.
Okay.
He came back to Austin about 5 years before I did.
Right.
And when I got the job, I wanted guys that I can trust.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Knew I can trust those two guys. Brought another guy last year, Coach Counter, and his wife came down. He was my OC. His wife was our head basketball coach.
Nice.
So got some guys that come with me from the Dallas area, just guys that I trust and know. Right. And the staff that we put together here, I mean, they're guys that I can trust, and I know I can go somewhere else and not be with the team, and the team's going to run just the way I want it.
I personally got to see not only you and your team coach, and what y'all put on the field was impressive to me personally. And one of the toughest districts in 6A with Lake Travis, Westlake, Dripping Springs, and we know in that district those three teams are kind of sewed up, and we're all fighting. Where I did coach, I broadcast for Del Valley. You were coaching at Anderson, Aikens and Johnson. We're all battling for fourth. And when we played against y'all, man, y'all showed up and showed out. And I didn't realize that was your first year. Y'all beat us like 38-21.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Small has been one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen play the game at the high school level. Talk to me about Ed Small.
Yeah, he's definitely the best wide receiver that I've ever coached.
Yeah,
and we've had some good ones along the way where I've been, and he understands the game. He's a leader on the field.
Right.
He's just a great kid. He makes the guys around him better.
Right.
He's more of a team first player.
Right.
He one story I like to say about him. We practice at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And we've got filmers out there, freshmen. He gets out to practice one morning and no one's around. He just walks over to the filmer. He goes, "Man, hey, thanks for getting up here every morning at 6 o'clock to videotape something that I know is probably not what you want to do.
Right. Right.
And school doesn't start till 9." And just saying, the kid was a freshman. He was like, "Was that Ed?"
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, Ed's just mom and dad are awesome. Sister's a Division I lacrosse player at Dartmouth.
Nice.
So, I mean, just a great family.
Ed, that's cool because mostly if you're a freshman, you're like, this guy doesn't even notice me. And Ed Small is probably a big name, not just around here because it's huge in the Austin area, And so you have a guy like Ed Small, a great quarterback like Max Gerlich, 3,000 yards passing, almost over 40 touchdowns. Small accounted for almost 20 of those touchdowns and 1,500 something plus yards. You lose two big key offensive guys. But whenever I was watching your game last night against Elgin and against Wise, I was really impressed by his sophomore running back at the time, Jay Fullmer. Tell me about him and some of the offensive pieces we should be looking forward to this upcoming season.
Yeah, Jay returns in the backfield just short of 1,000 yards last year. He didn't really take over at running back until week 4, I believe. So, I mean, he was a slot. He was getting his time. He struggled at the beginning of the year because you know how most freshmen are. They're used to being the guy, and then they're sophomore.
Right.
And they got all these seniors. So, me and him talking, I'm like, it's when you're not the guy, it's rough.
Right.
And I was like, just trust the process.
Right.
It's going to come back around. So, I mean, he's a great leader on the field. He's just like Ed. I mean, almost every one of our guys are very humble guys that get out there and, just do what's best for the team.
Well, it starts at the top. Yeah. I being around you, the few times that I remember seeing you at the pep rallies, watching you on Friday nights, and every time when I reach out to you, hey man, can I get an interview? You've always been an awesome man, even when you coached me from everything. So I've had the experience of knowing you from all these different views, and you've always been the same guy. And so that leadership starts at the top, and what you've done here has been great.
Oh yeah, I've had two guys to learn from with Claude and Kendrick. So those two guys right there, like Claude's my kid's godfather.
Right.
So I'm his daughter's godfather. So that's awesome. We both came. He's from Bartlett. We're both from small towns where you don't get a lot or get out a lot. You just kind of learn and you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Right. I had no idea Claude Mathis was from Bartlett.
Yep.
Oh man, that's awesome. And when we were talking on the phone the other day and we were talking about Aaron Babineau and Coach Williams at Del Valle and all these guys that were at LBJ with Claude and all of y'all are still out here doing y'all's thing in head coaching positions and really kicking butt, man. And so not only does it speak volumes of what Claude Mathis can do as a head coach, but what every one of you have done almost in a similar fashion, and talks a lot about y'all's coaching style. This upcoming season, you talked about a lot of seniors coming back. Yep. And I've seen Liam McMillian on defense. You talked about Smith, right? Correct? Hodges. Hodges Smith. And we talked about Longoria. Which side of the ball do you think will be your strong suit this year?
Our defense is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've got over 40 seniors coming back.
Dang,
so we're going to be tough up front. One of our team leaders up front, River Anderson, he's a dude. Liam, Hodges, Grayson Lake, Alex, all those guys in the secondary. Our defense is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And they get after it. They've got a little nickname they come up. They call themselves jabronis. So
that's
they
cool.
They got
man.
T-shirts and I mean, like I said, Coach Holcomb, he started that with them, and it's defense. I'm not worried about the defense at all.
Yeah.
Offensively, I'm not. Everybody, I talked to the coach from LaPorte. He goes, "You think y'all are gonna get in losing those two guys, or is everything gonna stay the same?" Kind of more to me, it was kind of being disrespectful. So I was like, "All right." I was like, I mean, we'll be all right. We ain't gonna be that, We ain't got Ed and Max. We'll see you in the playoffs.
Right.
But we've got Cove coming up. We got two 2,000-yard backs. We got a tight end that's going to be really good. Our offensive line is going to be really solid.
Yeah.
Ben, my son, he's one of the receivers returning from that 4 that we had last year that put up all the yards. So we're going to be our offense is going to be. I mean, it's not going to be the weak point, but our defense is going to be
Your defense looked great against Weiss. Even with that early interception, Weiss is down in the 10-yard line or even on the 7. They shut them down and stopped them.
Yeah.
And their defense backs against the walls last year. It kind of if I was the coach, it kind of gave me good man, that's how they finish in tough situations.
Yeah.
And so with Max going out and stuff like that, and so whenever it comes down to it, and this upcoming season, who's the guy you're leaning on the most right now?
I'm going to lean on Liam McMillian, just because he was the only underclassman. We have a little thing here. Only one underclassman is a captain. Okay. Seniors run the team.
Right.
He was the one that the seniors came and said, we want him to be our captain.
Really?
And he was the only underclassman other than Ed that's ever been a captain. So we got him going, and he's the one. If something's going on, I call him first.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. He'll call and let me know if there's something going on. So we get after it.
Yeah, Liam, man, it was 4th and 2. Weiss is going for it. He comes straight down the line, big tackle in the backfield.
Yep.
Big sack about 2 series later, and every time I was looking out there, it was McMillian, and that dude. And granted, and Longoria, and I could see the defense being the what you would say the strong point, but I also know you, and we've talked about the offensive side of the ball, and I know that the Prior's going to have their hands full if it's back to the playoffs this upcoming year.
Oh yeah,
playoffs always being the goal. Who's the team? I know McCallum is your rival.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that district rival for y'all?
I mean, right now, being a new district.
Yeah.
We know a lot of the guys around here. I would say it'd probably be Weiss because our kids know them.
Yeah.
But our guys really want those College Stations.
Yeah, I bet.
They're awesome. It's A&M, Texas.
Yep.
It's kind of the same kind of vibe.
Right.
They don't respect us. Nobody really respects Austin ISD schools.
Yeah.
So it's really, I would say Weiss, but no one really likes us, so we don't really.
So we're us versus them.
Yeah, it's everybody. And that's the way it's always been at DeSoto. If people hate us, that means they want to be us.
Right. So exactly.
That's how I told our guys. When people start talking bad about you, before no one talked about you.
Yeah.
So if they're talking bad about you, that means that you're doing something to them.
Exactly.
So.
And last year I had predicted Austin Austin Anderson to make the playoffs, and y'all did. This upcoming season, I still think that y'all are going to be in the playoffs. Y'all have to stay tuned. We're going to do a preseason preview, not only of just the Austin Anderson, but we'll do a little district breakdown as well. And is there anything you would like to leave the fans, the Austin Anderson fans, Texas high school fans, Old Rockdale classmates, all of that? Any message you'd like to leave the fans?
Anybody that ever wants to come out, especially from Rockdale, come on down. I'll get you tickets, get you into the game. We're a very entertaining team.
Yeah,
we're gonna entertain you.
Absolutely.
So, at practice, we practice like we play. We get out there. It's very intense at practice.
Yeah.
I learned the way I coach at practice in the game is what I learned from Claude.
Yeah.
Is at practice, I'm not a yeller, not a screamer.
Okay.
Maybe once every 4 or 5 days, I might lose it on them.
Yeah.
Because it means a little bit more when you don't do it all the time.
Right.
But come Friday night, it's a different level.
That's it.
The kids follow my lead. So if I'm sitting over here hiding behind somebody,
right,
there's not going to be any intensity.
Then we're all hiding. Yeah.
So Friday nights, like I said, we're going to be entertained.
There was one thing before I wanted to leave it, but I forgot to ask you. Ben Hatcher, he's played defensive back, wide receiver, running back, dude, and not only that, produced at every single position. Where are we looking to see Ben this upcoming
year? He's mainly wide receiver.
Okay.
We'll move him around. He might play a little defense, but he's wide receiver is where he's kind of we need some senior leadership there because we lost a lot of guys.
Right.
And 7-on-7, we've had a lot of success so far. We've been to 2 championships. We just can't finish.
Yeah.
That's the one thing right now. Young team with the wide receivers. We lost by 10 to United, and then lost by 1 point yesterday to Vista Ridge.
Oh,
So
man.
we're going out to Abilene. We're going to get in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Coach, I sure appreciate your
Thank
time,
you.
man.
Appreciate you.
Guys, check us out. We'll do a Austin Anderson preview, and then we're going to break down this district. So hit that like and subscribe and be able to be notified whenever these videos come out. Thank you for your time, and you guys have a blessed day. We start season 2 of Heard It Here first, stretching further into the Austin area, covering Austin Anderson preseason football as Coach Hatcher in his 3 years going on year number 4. In that tenure, you have seen a very gigantic shift in the Austin Anderson aura. A team that went to the playoffs, that lost in the first round, but not without a fight, going down 42-21. Austin Anderson was a little bit more reliant on the pass with Max Gerlich and Ed Small. Ed Small being one of the most outstanding wide receivers I've ever seen play the game at the high school level. You'll see a shift, I believe, more into the run this year as J.E. Fullmer, like I said, had 169 carries, 938 yards, 5.6 yards a carry, and 8 rushing touchdowns as a sophomore, also adding on with 13 receptions for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jay Fullmer against Elgin looked outrageous against Weiss in that very tough loss at the end of the year. What an outstanding performance by him! He had three games over 100, over 800 yards, one game over 200 yards. Dude is an animal. Ben Hatcher, who is very good whenever he gets the ball in his hands, had 28 receptions for 656 yards, 4 touchdowns. Offensively, they have some guys that will step up, with Benjamin being a senior for that wide receiver group, Fullmer being a returning running back. David Lopez and Dean Krennick both did phenomenal things when they had the chance and had the ball in their hands. So you will see a team that was very great with the passing game. I'm not saying that they won't be. I'm just saying I think we'll see a little bit more of the running game also with them acquiring Caleb Crenshaw. Caleb Crenshaw is on track to have over 4,000 yards rushing in his high school career. Has a chance to put up over 70 all touchdowns, over 60 rushing touchdowns. This dude is phenomenal. As a junior, he had 148 carries for 1,342 yards, 9.1 yards a rush with 20 touchdowns on the ground. 5 receptions, 103 yards for 2 more touchdowns. And this dude has been doing this since his freshman year. His freshman year, he had 50 carries for 645 yards, 12.9 yard average, plus 3 touchdowns. This dude is outstanding. What a great addition to the Austin Anderson football team. Defensively, Hodges Smith and Liam McMillian. Liam McMillian is a dog, and Hodges Smith is the perfect leader for this Austin Anderson defense. Coach Hatcher talks about River Anderson, who had 44 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, 6 sacks, and 5 hurries. He will be kind of that centerpiece for the Anderson Trojans. But another guy that I noted was Zach Sekulik, and if I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize, young man. But he was just a sophomore defensive lineman with 19 tackles, 3.5 tackles for a loss, 5 sacks, 5 hurries, 1 forced fumble. They are returning a crap load of seniors. These Trojans are going to have that camaraderie. They're going to have that senior leadership. They're going to have great linebackers. They got great defensive backs in Grayson Lake and Alex Longoria. Then you also add Yaheem Riley, who is a University of Texas commit, I do believe. And that young man, who is going to be a 4-year letterman, just like Caleb Crenshaw, is going to add so much diversity to this Austin Anderson defense. I mean, that's going to be a no-fly zone with Longoria, Riley, Lake. I mean, shoot, dude, that defense for Austin Anderson is going to be legit. But with Caleb Crenshaw and Fullmer together in that backfield, as well as Hatcher catching the ball, we'll see what happens with the quarterback position. This Austin Anderson team is going to make another run for the playoffs. I firmly believe that, and I think that in his fourth year, can we see a playoff win for the Austin Anderson Trojans? I sure hope so. Coach Hatcher, I sure appreciate you giving me your time. This is going to do it for the preseason preview. Guys, thank y'all for letting me cover y'all. There's so many athletes and some that I didn't get to, but believe me, I will continue to follow this. This is my first year doing this for your program. So as I get more aware of y'all's team, I will be. It's going to be a pleasure covering this team. Thank you so much, guys, and y'all have a blessed evening.